The killing of Eastern Cape traditional healer Anele Hoyana has caused public outrage. Hoyana was allegedly killed by Fritz Joubert on a farm near Gonubie in the Eastern Cape in the early hours of Saturday morning. It's understood that Joubert was later shot by police. It is believed that Hoyana was training Joubert to become a sangoma. And we cross now to our reporter in Kwelega in the Eastern Cape, Busisiwe Jemsana Mantashe, for an update. Busisiwe, good morning. And the country naturally outraged about the video footage that has gone viral on social media. But do tell us what exactly happened as you understand it.
Very good morning, Sakina, and indeed an outrage across the country. And in fact, the economic freedom fighters, the provincial and branch leaders went to Joubert's farm last night to stage there a sit-in to express their outrage over what has happened. We are coming to you now out from the Hoyana family homestead in Kwelega, and to get us those nitty details, I have his brother, Anele Hoyana. Puti, thank you so much for your time. Let's first get this. There are reports that Anele was training Fritz to be a sangoma. What do we know from that?
Well, we don't know much, Busi. What we know is that Fritz has been our neighbor for a while and had become very close to Anele, to an extent that Anele had been on Fritz's farm for the past week or two. And they were apparently in a business venture together. And the bit about him training him to be a sangoma, we are not very clear about. Perhaps in due course, Anele's fiancé, who had been with him throughout, might be able to shed a bit of light on that.
And if he was your neighbor, from what you know and understand of Fritz, what type of a person was he? Because now there's a whole debate about race. Was he someone who despised black people, someone who the country is seeing now as someone who is a racist?
Look, it's difficult to say. What we do know that from the neighborhood is that he was an aggressive individual. He had never shown any signs of aggression towards us previously. In actual fact, him and my mother knew each other very well. My mother could call Fritz and say, can you help us with this or that, So, but we do get reports that he was an aggressive individual to even other white people. So on our end, we do not want to push a narrative of racism, but something did definitely go wrong that particular morning, and hence we're here.
And from the information that you have, I know this is a very difficult, sensitive subject. What happened?
Well, we are told that the previous night they had attended a ceremony in the local village, and the assumption is that there would have been maybe alcohol consumed and so on. And they went back to Fritz's homestead and continued, and there were other people present, and they were but increasingly on the night, Fritz had started to become aggressive towards Anele in particular, as can be heard on the videos that are circulating, and also had started to threaten Anele's family, to an extent that he held Anele's fiancé and the two children, a 3-year-old and a 2-week-old baby, hostage in his room. And after having bludgeoned Anele with the butt of a rifle, breaking the rifle in the process, he proceeded to threaten the children Anele's fiancé managed to escape, to call out for help. And when the police arrived, they tried to reason with him and negotiate for him to release the children. After having distracted him, one policeman was able to take the children out of the danger zone, and Fritz then became a lot more aggressive to the remaining police officer, where he was trying to wrestle the policeman's firearm, and in the scuffle and with the policeman trying to defend himself, he was subsequently shot and died.
And now, lastly, many are asking as to who was the person who was taking the video and where is he?
Well, the videos initially were, before Anele was murdered, were taken by a neighbor, of Fritz, a gentleman by the name of Sabelo. I forget his surname. He was, he showed, when I arrived on the scene, he did show us the videos, he did show them to the police and sent them through. And he said he had left at a certain point as this particular situation seemed to be, getting out of hand. We do know that there are some videos that Fritz himself had posted on his social media. And I watched a very short clip, and I couldn't finish it, of him where he is swearing and has taken what seems to be a selfie, and at the same time continues to hit my brother, who's clearly already lying on the floor, and so he seemed to take that himself. And then obviously the distribution of that, I don't really know, but it seems to have gone viral after that.
All right, Budi, thank you so much for your time, and condolences to you and your family. Olwethu Hoyana, the brother of the late Anele Hoyana, saying that as the family, they do not want to get into the debate of whether this was a racist incident or not, but Fritz has been their neighbor for quite some time, and they've never identified issues of him being racist, but something definitely did go wrong on that Saturday morning. We'll continue to give you updates as this is a developing story. I can tell you that inside the Hoyana household is a somber mood, with his mother, who has just been released from hospital, early release from hospital. She has been in hospital for about 3 months, but had to come back after she had the news of the passing of her son. The fiancé of Anele, who was there and witnessed the whole ordeal, is also still in disbelief and shocked inside, unable to talk to anyone. Really a somber moment for the family, and the debate is ongoing across. We'll continue to update you as things happen. Back to you in studio.
Thank you so much. Our reporter there, Busisiwe Jemsana Mantashe in Kwelega in the Eastern Cape. Following that story, as she said, it's a developing story, so we'll keep you up to date with those developments.